clan keeping you?
All right, Igor, what's next?
Igor, hey, got a second? Just talk to my, business partner on the radio.
What is it?
He's knee-deep in the shit. NAR is after him. But that's to be expected if you keep taking from them and giving unto yourself, huh?
I see. That kind of business.
Let's not get bogged down with the details. Just check if he's okay, would you? He's hiding somewhere near the Pripyat port.
Mikhail claims that everything is just business, but I know you can tell he's holding back the whole truth, can't you? There's a deep darkness within him, caused by loss and grief. Don't let it suck you in.
Another hour gone. 3 more to go. Fucking hell.
Who's there? Don't shoot.
Relax. Mikhail sent me. Are you his business associate?
His what? Ah, yes. Sure. Sure thing. I've been shot. I need help.
Mikhail, I found your friend. NAR did a number on him. It doesn't look good.
Fuck! Well, help the man! I need him! He's got connections! Besides, he doesn't deserve to die like that! Like a dog!
Let me patch you up.
Thank you. I don't have anything on me. I had to drop everything when I ran. But I've got some intel you can have.
I'm looking for someone. Her name is Tatiana Amelieva. She
plays a violin, right? Sibelius.
Yes. My God, that's her favorite composer. You know her?
I can still hear the music. Beautiful. Inspired. Sibelius is not for everyone. Weeks ago, I started having the dreams. Only the music at first. Then I saw her. She didn't say anything, but I understood. She communicated with me through the music. My wife Katya used to play the violin, you see. That was our connection.
What did she communicate?
I wrote it down someplace. But it's still in my hideout. Probably swarming with NAR goons.
Don't go anywhere. I'm going to check your hideout. This is very important to me. You'll be fine. I promise.
This place belongs to ghosts! What are you doing here, stranger?
let in. You know this expression, Igor? You're like a foolish child wandering in the dark. You think you're getting closer, but the dark water is rushing in. Soon it will be over your head. You should have stayed away. You cannot ruin everything now. I won't allow it. So, want to show me what you're made of? Now run. I will hurt you if I have to. I'm giving you a 10-second head start. Let's see what you're made of. This is not going to end well for you. Why did you have to come back, huh? Let's see what you're made of. This is not going to end well with Bruce's heart. It's not.
People exposed to Chernobylite are able to communicate with each other. That's why people can see Tatiana. That's why I can see her too.
So, how is he?
Wounded, but he's gonna make it.
Ah, that's a relief. He has access to different goods and a lot of useful contacts.
Looking out for your fellow man, eh, Mikhail?
Fuck you, Mr. Righteous. Maybe this is some kind of romantic adventure for you, but some people have to make a living here. Yo, Professor K-Dog!
Good day, Mikhail.
Ever heard of Kasparovsky?
Actually, yes. I was already living in the UK when he became famous.
When I was just a little shit, my auntie took me to Slavitich to see him. That's only 50 kilometers from Chernobyl. He came to perform psychic healing sessions for the liquidators.
Psychic healing my ass.
Why do you have to be like that, Igor? Why don't you try opening your mind? Just crack that solid steel skull of yours the tiniest bit and let the possibility of a miracle in.
It's just not my cup of tea. I deal with cold, hard facts. Everything else is fantasy, or at best speculation.
But there are alternate worldviews and scientific theories, no?
No, there aren't. Unless you can prove something using the scientific method, it's no more than someone's opinion.
But maybe different scientific worldviews can somehow coexist. It's all in our minds, after all. Perhaps the Earth can be like a ball and like a pancake at the same time.
Earth is not a ball. It's a fucking oblate spheroid.
See? You're already coming up with alternate theories. Fucking A!
It's not an alternate theory.
I knew I could expand your worldview. I'm glad to have you as my friendo Igoro. But enough chit-chat. We got shit to do.
Sure. Whatever you say. Mikhail,
Have stuff gathering and...
actually...
When either old-timer was cooking.
Nothing much. I need to remember to check the dosimeters.
Hi, Igor. I trust everything's going well.
Yes. Yes, what about yourself?
I'm as well as can be expected.
You've been through a lot, haven't you?
Yes. I've seen some really fucked up shit since I became a soldier of fortune. I fought Somali pirates, trained insurgents in Latin America. I even helped squash an uprising at a diamond mine in Africa.
You never felt what you were doing was somehow wrong?
I never really thought about it. War is all I've ever known. Besides, it's a matter of perspective. To NAR, you and me are the bad guys. Reactionaries, terrorists.
You're overthinking this.
Don't worry. I remember where my loyalties lie, and who's paying me. Besides, I still have a score to settle with that Black Mask freak.
Help! Eva! Pomogите! Oh, the devils are coming for me! I can see them, skulking in the bushes. They sniff me out, the dirty rats! You have to help me, Mousy. I am the only one who can defeat the Rat King. The junkyard in Kopachi. You hold the fate of the world in your hands. Please, hurry.
Time to step up to the mark, Professor.
What's our next move, boss?
So, what's the fucking plan, man?
Why did Tarakan turn to you for help? He's been here a while. Surely he has other people who can do his bidding. He knows more about you and me than he's letting on. Watch out, my love. What's taking you so long? Find me, love. Why did you abandon me?
Looks like the old loon can handle himself just fine. A trail of dead rats? Well, that can't be a coincidence.
One last sweep and I'm done. Great.
Volodya, is that you? Stop playing games, you fucking idiot. one guy! One guy! Get him! He'll come out eventually! Everyone be ready! Tango's behind cover! Careful! He'll come out eventually! Everyone be ready! He's over there! Over there! It's just one guy! One guy! Get him! He's behind cover! Flank him! He'll come out eventually! Everyone be ready! Fuck you, Kim and Yuk!
That's a lot of blood. NAR must have really worked him over. I hope he's still alive.
That was our friend you killed. You can thank your lucky stars we're in a hurry.
Don't rush it. I want to watch him sweat away his last seconds before the bullet. For Misha.
If I'm going to act, it has to be now.
Shoot the motherfucker! We've got you now, stalker! Got it! Engage the target!
Shit.
Divine Providence guided your hand. I'm too important to be killed by NAR's minions.
We seem destined to keep running into each other, so you might as well come on board.
Your heart is conflicted, Mousy. I'm not sure what to make of you. You helped me, but I cannot forget that you failed the great rat catcher's test.
You got what you wanted, didn't you? I covered your tracks, and the NAR didn't get into your place.
That's true, Mousy. I'll join you, but you're on probation. Make sure that you don't disappoint the great rat catcher again. Or me, for that matter.
I've got some questions for you, and it's very important that you answer as best you can.
I will certainly try, Mousy.
First, how did you get Tachana's music box?
She came to me. The woman in the red dress.
She came to you? Where? When?
In my dreams. She has haunted my nights for years. She told me where to find it. The music box. She mentioned you, too.
What did she say, exactly?
She advised me that you could be an important instrument in the fight against the Rat King. She also wanted you to see the music box, to convince you that all this is real.
I keep seeing her too. At first I thought it must be my imagination, but...
No, don't say that. She's completely real. Don't doubt it for another moment.
Why was NAR trying to kill you?
Isn't it obvious, Mousy?
Nothing is obvious to me right now.
I'm the only person who stands between humanity and the Rat King. His minions will try to kill me every chance they get.
Okay, why don't you retire the act for a while? Who are you, really?
What act? There is nothing more real than this. Tarakan is more real than you are.
Does your name have some special meaning?
Tarakan means cockroach. And that is what I am. A humble being reborn from the ashes of Chernobyl's destruction. Tiny, but resilient. I used to be a person like you, Mousy. But when divine providence called upon me to face the Rat King, Tarakan was born.
All right. Good talk.
So, what does it do, Mousy?
What does what do?
Your magical thingy. Your fancy device. Orana?
Ariadna, it uses low-level radiation measurements to reconstruct past events.
Something like radiocarbon dating?
Well, you surprised me, Tarakan. How do you know about these things?
I don't know, Mousy. They sometimes come to me, unconnected memories and bits of knowledge. The Rat King must be blocking them somehow.
Okay, you're not wrong. It's like carbon dating, but a lot more advanced, and in 3D. You see, every object is a dosimeter in a way, absorbing different types of radiation every millisecond. Ionizing radiation of thorium, potassium, uranium, and even cosmic rays. When it does, it creates a radioactive echo in time and space. With enough data, this echo can be traced and recreated using the fractal VR simulator.
Does this mean you can see the past, Mousy? Is that how you hope to find out the truth about Tatiana and yourself?
That's the idea, yes.
A wise mouse once said, if you want to discover the truth, you need to ask yourself, what is truth? What you're looking for may not be what you find, Mousy.
That's a risk I'm willing to take. Nothing is more important to me than Tatiana.
Don't be so sure, Mousy.
Hey there, Tarakan. I was wondering if there's anything you'd like to teach me.
But of course, I have been blessed with the wisdom of the great Ratcatcher. And I've also spent a lot of time in the zone. I can give you some pointers.
Fantastic. I'm ready to learn.
This is a big day for you, Mousy. For today, you get to be the cat. Thanks to your PDA thingy upgrade, you can now detect those pesky NAR soldiers, shadows, and living creatures in general. I also replaced your regular battery with a more advanced one. For a while, you'll be able to run a scan more often than usual. But throw it away afterwards, or it will explode. Whether you're out on a hunt or simply trying to avoid danger, it's pretty useful if you ask me, Mousy. Now let's do a live practice. I'll hide, and you find me. I hope you understood everything. You're such a clever Mousy after all. Close your eyes and count to 100. And no peeking. Well done, Mousy! See how useful this can be? Remember, it's hunt or be hunted. That is the law of nature. You make me proud, Igor. Under my guidance, you will become the ultimate rat exterminator. What's the matter, Mousy?
Let me take a look at your gear.
Of course, Mousy.
When I agreed to partner with you, I was hoping for more than this. You should think long and hard about your next steps, Igor. Hi, Igor. Is there something you wanted to ask me? I've got time.
Is Sasko a Ukrainian name?
My name was Sasha before. My mother was Ukrainian. My deadliest no-good drunken excuse for a father was Russian. And I was born and raised in Moscow. I learned everything there was to know about the city's dark underbelly. I mastered surviving on the streets, became part of a gang, fended for myself, but I didn't do it alone. We always had each other, me and my brother Ruslan.
I'm sorry. No kid should have to live that way.
That's what happens when you trust the system. In the end, you can only rely on yourself and your comrades.
What happened to Ruslan? Why isn't he with you?
I'm still looking for him. It's a long story. I just need to figure out my next steps.
Sure. I'll help out if I can.
Hey, Professor! Want to hear a funny story?
I don't have a choice, right?
You know, the first time I saw you, I said to myself, that guy must be a load of fun at parties. Okay, check this out. My uncle Misha used to go to Ozersk to buy large quantities of alcohol and chocolate from the staff of Mayak nuclear power plant. This was in the 50s. Ah, what a strange time that was. Whew! If you were working on a fucking A-bomb, you had your pick of all the delicacies denied to the rest of our motherland.
What can I tell you? I don't approve of that kind of system, but I guess they needed to keep the scientists happy.
Word has it was easier for those guys to get brandy than carrots. So they started to trade with the villages nearby. So, Misha.
For God's sake, I haven't got time for this.
Wait. This is gonna be good, I promise. So, Uncle Misha made contact with one of the Mayak workers. Nice girl. She snuck through a hole in the barbed wire fence to meet up with him. For a moment, Misha thought maybe they were gonna have a, romantic encounter. A little tit-on-tit or something.
You mean, tete-a-tete?
What did I just say? Anyway, as soon as she sees Misha, she pulls a gun on him.
What?
I know, right? And she's like, relinquish all your potatoes and carrots or I'll shoot! But Misha didn't scare easily, and he was also quite a charmer. So he tipped his hat and replied, for a kiss from your lips, I'll get you all the potatoes in the world, my fair lady.
That's quite a story, Mikhail. What happened to this Casanova uncle of yours?
Oh, he was executed for speculation and whatnot. Barry didn't like how lax security had gotten, so he had a dozen guys lined up and shot as an example.
Too bad. Sounds like a colorful character.
That's the way the shit cookie crumbles. But he had a great fucking life, and that's what I'm going to remember.
Igor.
Hey, what's up?
I was thinking about secrets.
Any particular secrets?
Did you know the medical data gathered after the atomic strike on Japan was classified?
Whoa, nothing like a ray of sunshine to start your day. Seriously, though, it's not that surprising.
This American diplomat I met once told me about it. He said the U.S. Army was shocked at how deadly the fallout was. They put more than $20 billion into the Manhattan Project, after all. After their amazing victory, they couldn't admit to the public how toxic it was. Even the American troops helping the Japanese rebuild were getting sick. So they confiscated all the medical data, Japanese and American, and classified it.
That's regrettable. The biggest crime the nuclear powers have committed against their citizens was failing to admit that long-term exposure to even low levels of radiation can be more deadly than a high dose received in a short amount of time.
Yeah. That kind of secret kills people.
Can we swap some stuff, Olivier?
Sure, whatever you need.
What's the matter?
Let me take a...
Of course! What's the matter, Mousy?
Hello? Professor Kimanuk? Igor? Are you there? Answer if you can hear me, please. Hello?
Yes? Who's this?
The name is Olga. I live in the village in Red Forest. I've heard about you. I think we can help each other.
I hear that a lot lately. I'm afraid you need to be more specific.
You're distrust is understandable under the circumstances, but we have the same goal. Drive NER out of the zone.
Well, I didn't come here to conduct a guerrilla war on corporate mercenaries.
Yes, I know. You're looking for someone. So am I. Please come to our village in Red Forest so we can talk in person. Be extra careful on the way here, okay? The monsters, they mostly come out at night. Mostly.
If there's a village, does that mean you're one of the Samushels? The people who returned to their homes after the disaster?
Some of the older ones never left. I know it's hard to believe. And there are newcomers like me. We came to the zone for many different reasons, but now we're united by one common goal, to get rid of NAR.
I see. Fascinating.
Please come to the village. This isn't just about me. You'd be doing the right thing as well.
I'll make sure to stop by if I get the chance.
Hello, Mousy. Ready to continue our great work?
Let's go, Timer.
Let's make it happen.
Are we doing something or not?
This woman, Olga, she seems to be running the show. Must be tough as nails. And all these Samoshils, they say it takes a village to raise a child, but how many does it take to find a lost love?
hope it hurts, motherfucker.
Is that all you've got? My babushka slaps harder than you.
Real tough guy, huh? But you couldn't pull a trigger back then.
I'm not in the business of shooting women and children, you asshole.
You sanctimonious prick. You came here with us. We were brothers. You were supposed to have my back no matter what.
Sorry, Grisha. I'm not a killer anymore.
What the hell are you talking about, Kirill? You were like a wild, bloodthirsty beast in Syria. You've killed our enemies by the dozen.
That was different.
You keep telling yourself that, but the truth is you pussied out and deserted us when we needed you. Like a coward. And you will die like a coward.
Do what you must, Grisha. I don't care anymore.
This Kozlov guy seems to be important. Perhaps I should meet with him and ask about Tatiana.
Just stay inside, okay?
You sure? I can't take this tension anymore. Maybe we should...
You want to face that monster, huh? Go ahead, but I'm bolting this door behind you.
No fucking way.
Then shut your fucking face and stay put. Shh, I hear something.
Shit, I can't shoot a dog. I just can't.
Look, it isn't easy. I get it. But these animals will die anyways. And in the meantime, they're spreading radiation everywhere. It's a mercy.
I can't believe this whole fucking disaster. Someone screwed up. Bad. They should have to answer for it.
Let the party leaders handle all of that. We've got our own job to do.
Неблагоприятная радиационная обстановка. На Чернобыльской атомной электростанции в городе. Внимание, внимание! Неблагоприятная радиационная обстановка.
I don't know you. What do you want?
I'm Igor. Olga sent for me.
Olga, some Igor jackass here to see you. You know this guy, or should I shoot him in the throat?
It's fine. Open the gate, Marco. Professor Kimanuk, I presume. It's an honor to finally meet you in person. We've got a lot of work to do, you and I.
I'm here. What did you want to talk about?
A few days ago, someone took our supplies. My husband, Kostya, went after the thieves. Now he's gone too. In the meantime, some NAR henchmen showed up claiming they have a prisoner they want to trade for something of value.
And you think it's your Kostya?
The description matches. I'd make the trade in a heartbeat, but as you can see, we don't really have anything to exchange for my husband.
This place you're running, it's really something. I'd never expect to find...
What? Regular folks living in the middle of the zone? You're right. We're anything but regular. We're hunters. We know these woods better than the trees know the rain.
What about you? You're too young to...
To what? Remember the Chernobyl disaster? You're right. I came with my mom from Minsk after my dad died. I was a teenager then. She was a doctor who wanted to help the radiation victims in the zone. She met Matvey here, and, well, they took a liking to each other. Then NAR arrived and came down on us hard. Fucking fascists. My mom disappeared. That was some years ago now. Matvey took care of me after that. Taught me everything I know. In Minsk, I was just an emo girl. Here, I'm the goddamn queen of the forest. Kostya came here 2 years ago with Doctors Without Borders. He stayed because of me, but yeah, the rest is really none of your business.
All right. I can see you're really looking out for your people. I appreciate that. I'll help if I can.
I promise you won't regret it. For our friends, we serve fine vodka. For our enemies, we have shotguns. One more thing. These assholes who took Kostya, I'm pretty sure they have our supplies too.
You want me to keep an eye out for the supplies too, huh?
If you don't mind, but my old man comes first, obviously.
Sure. I live to serve.
Do I look like the chatty type? Talk to the woman in charge.
Hey, heard you're one of the crew running around giving NAR the squirts. How many of them have you killed already?
I don't even know. I don't like to dwell on it.
So many you lost count, eh? Right on. Keep doing what you're doing and we'll win this thing. You'll see.
So it's you. Why did I suspect you were involved in all this?
Please, help me. My people are counting on me to return with food.
Haven't we had this conversation before?
I was looking for our stolen supplies and got jumped by those thugs.
They stole your food and then set an ambush for you? That doesn't make a lot of sense. They're dead. You're safe now.
Are you sure?
You say you went after the thieves. How did you know where to go, exactly?
What do you mean? I followed their tracks. I'm a skilled tracker and hunter since I was a kid.
Really? Olga said you were a doctor. What happened to the supplies?
Must be somewhere nearby. We should stop and get them. I need to bring that stuff back. Why am I still locked up in here? Let me out and let's get back to Olga. I'll make sure you get the credit for retrieving the food.
This guy's sketchy and gives me a weird vibe. Let's leave him here. If he's as skilled as he says he is, he can make it back on his own.
All right, you're free. Head back to the camp.
Thanks. I'll put a good word in for you. Thanks again for breaking me out of that hellhole. But before you go see Olga, I need to talk to you.
Do you now? I had a feeling you might have a hidden agenda.
You have the supplies, right? Let me take them off your hands. Thanks.
What? Those are some balls you've got there.
I really need you to hand them over. I'll give them right back to Olga, promise.
Either you tell me what is this all about, or I'm not giving you shit.
All right. Look, I've been trying to help these people for years. Show them how to run this place better, organize themselves, and whatnot.
Go on.
But for some reason, they don't trust me. They only listen to Olga and that old coot Matvey. Don't get me wrong, I love Olga. I love all of them. They're my family, and I live to protect them, even when it's against their wishes.
Maybe they don't trust you because you're a lying sack of shit. What do you want with the supplies?
Matvey needs to learn his place. He's reckless, makes decisions that could get us all killed. His reign of terror has to be stopped. I'm going to spike his food. Just give him a little something to make him a bit more, docile. Then I can make some changes around here, and Olga will finally see reason. She's under Matvey's influence. It has to stop.
Well, that's... well, I don't know what to say. So this is all about your personal vendetta?
I'm a doctor, as you know. I'll be very careful with the dosage. It won't do any real harm, trust me. This will benefit everyone. If you help me with this, you'll always find support here. Whatever you need, I'll get it for you.
Before I make up my mind, I need you to come clean about one more thing. Did you steal the supplies yourself to orchestrate this plan?
Yes. Yes, I did. But only because of how much I care about this place. I'm willing to do the hard thing to save everyone. I trust that you can see this and will make the right call. You know you need allies in a place like this.
Trust in the great rat-catcher's wisdom. Sometimes he guides us to serendipitous situations just like this one, Mousy. This Matvey. I've known him for a long time, and I don't trust him. He may even be an unwilling vessel for the Rat King's wrath. A taste of rat poison is just what he needs.
All right, I'll play your game. Here's the food. Just make sure nobody gets hurt. But remember, you owe me big time. I'll be asking you to return the favor sometime soon.
Absolutely. You've got my eternal gratitude.
I retrieved your supplies.
That's fantastic. What about the thieves?
Just some NAR bastards trying to earn something on the side. They won't bother you anymore.
Good riddance. Nobody will shed a tear for those parasites. You came through, Igor. You're a man of your word. Thank you for saving Kostya. He can be difficult, but he's family. If you need anything at all, you know where to find me.
How about joining forces? Your people seem to have everything under control here. I could use someone with your skills and drive.
And I could use someone who knows so much about NAR technology. Yeah, I think Matvey can take care of things on his own for a while. Lead the way.
I'll open a portal for you. Just don't freak out, okay?
It is a little unsettling, but I trust you.
Hop on and enjoy the ride. I'll see you at the base. I appreciate you joining my little team.
If this will ensure the safety of my people, then it's the right thing to do.
Your village, does it have a name?
We just call it Matvi's place. Initially, it was nothing but some old huts, but when those bastards started showing up on our doorstep, we decided to fortify our position.
It looks almost like a stronghold. You think it could withstand an NAR siege?
Not if they bring trebuchets and ballistas. But seriously, we're doing fine. Food shortages have always been the biggest issue. So I guess it's kind of a medieval situation? Shit.
I was going to say NAR is only part of the problem. How do you deal with the shadows?
We call them lurkers. They don't come around the village for some reason. I asked Matvey about it once, but he wasn't very forthcoming. Said something about specific microclimate of this spot.
Microclimate, you say?
The important thing is that we're safe in the village, at least from that group of monsters. I trust Matvey. His word's good enough for me.
How do you deal with NAR?
Any way we can. Mostly with guns and bullets and knives and pretty much whatever can be used to hurry someone along to the grave.
I wonder why they're so intent on harassing you. You don't bother anyone out here?
We thought the same thing at first. I figured maybe we could come to an understanding and they'd leave us alone. We got the whole wilderness here after all. Some low-level mercs agreed to turn a blind eye, but then they started coming to collect.
A tribute?
Exactly. It started small, but then the fuckers got greedy. Naturally. They even wanted to borrow some ladies from our village for a party.
Sounds awful.
I actually volunteered. I said to Matvey, I'm no lady, but I'll go. And Matvey replied, like hell you will. And then he told those NAR bastards to go to hell.
Well, that's understandable. He's your stepdad. He was worried about what they'd do to you.
Hell no. He knew if I went with them, that they'd all end up dead with a mouthful of severed dick. I guess he wanted to avoid an all-out war for as long as possible.
You truly are something, Olga.
Have you heard of cloud seeding?
I've heard that it's possible. Why?
Because it was used to save Moscow from the Chernobyl fallout at someone else's expense.
There's a lot of crazy theories surrounding the Chernobyl catastrophe. What's your source for this one?
My mom told me it's what caused my father's thyroid cancer.
But there are a lot of factors involved in...
My mother was a doctor and a chemist. Trust me, she would know. Anyway, she told me what it looked like. Fighter jets shooting bullets with silver iodine in the radioactive clouds. The rain would wash down the toxic particles. The first cleanup operation was just 2 days after the Chernobyl disaster. Obviously, it was done in secret. The goal was to make the rain fall on smaller cities and villages in Belarus and Ukraine, for the cloud could reach Moscow. The little people suffered because of it. No one can even guess how many people died in the radiation-related diseases in the following decades. Of course, the authorities denied it. They're still denying it even today. Every time I think about it, I wish I had one or two of those fuckers in the sights of my Moss and Nugget.
I find that hard to believe.
Naturally. I heard you were once a true believer in the system.
It's not that simple.
No need to explain yourself. It was a long time ago. Just hope you're smarter now. Those in power will always think of themselves first. Communism or no communism.
I'd like to rethink your gear loadout.
Sure, Igor. Just don't make a mess of my inventory. What can I do for you, Professor?
Hi, Olga. I was wondering if you could share some of the know-how you've picked up in the zone.
I'd be glad to. But here in the zone, you must be self-sufficient. You don't want to end up worm food.
Actually, I can't do it right this minute.
Want to hang out for a bit?
Yeah, good idea. Is there something you wanted to talk about?
Actually,
Why don't you tell me about yourself? You're from Canada, right?
Yeah. My grandfather moved there from Ukraine when that was still an option. I grew up in a military family with military traditions. You might say my upbringing was as straight as the barrel of a gun. It was as much a curse as it was a blessing.
No family's perfect, I guess.
Our fathers keep tormenting us long after they've passed. Isn't that so? You know what's worse than being raised by a control freak? Being raised by a control freak who's also a former army colonel and a goddamn millionaire.
Sounds like you had a lot of expectations to meet.
Oh yeah. But whatever I did, it was never good enough. Not even after I made it into JTF-2. The top of the top. An elite unit of the Canadian Army. But I wouldn't give up. I was relentless. I was eventually promoted to my own command, and then disaster struck. We were ambushed near Raqqa in Syria, and everyone was shot to pieces. Except me. Every day, I think if only I could go back and change what happened.
I'm sorry, Olivier. That must have been hard.
It still is. I never went home afterwards. Everyone thinks I'm KIA. I'd rather be a dead hero back in Canada than a living failure.
Well, that's quite a story. I know you'll find a way to deal with your past, Olivier. You're strong enough. Can we swap some stuff, Olivier?
Sure, whatever you need.
Sir! Good morning, sir!
Stop calling me sir. What do you want, Mikhail?
I'm just fucking teasing you, man, 'cause I'm bored. You used to live in England, didn't you? Eating your full English breakfast, drinking Darjeeling tea, scooting around in your Aston Martin, sipping martinis, mingling with high society. A regular James fucking Bond.
I ate porridge for breakfast, for Christ's sake.
Relax, I'm kidding. I did a piece of business with some Brits once. Good blokes. They drank Stolichnaya with Red Bull. Loopy fuckers.
Why are you wasting my time, Mikhail?
I knew a guy once, when I used to do business in Moscow. This guy wasn't a Brit, he was Scottish. I think his name was Daniel. He was absolutely fascinated by the Moscow sewers. Daniel was looking for a guide, so I took him on a tour of the underground. Told him some really top-drawer fucking tales. About nuclear bunkers under the Moskva River where Putin will hide when the zombie apocalypse comes. About the lizard people from Zeta Reticuli controlling the amount of sugar in your Starbucks coffee. He was a tad skeptical, though. Reminds me of you. And that worries me.
Why?
You've spent too much time in the rotten capitalistic West, comrade. You know what I mean. Anyway, I hope our humble way of life isn't too much of a shock for you.
Oh, trust me. I'll always be Ukrainian in my heart.
Great! I'll drink to that. Yeah, as soon as I find something better to drink, that is.
How are things, Professor?
Stay away from rats, Mousy.
For sure. I can't stand those furry little ankle biters.
We'll build an aeroplane. We'll soar above the forests. We'll soar above the forests. And then we'll come back to Mama. But Mama isn't there anymore. Where is Mama?
You're always creeping me out, Tarakan.
Mama was taken by the Rat King. 1, 2, 3. The Rat King is always watching.
Taken where?
To Ozersk. Mama was a chemical engineer. She helped build the power source for the very first Rat King.
Ozersk? City 40?
The Rat King gave the order to hundreds of thousands of mice. And the poor little creatures kept on digging, 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 digging. In the rain, in the mud, in the snow, in the freezing cold. Many died. When the big hole was finally ready, they built the device.
Your mum was there?
Then she vanished. She turned into stardust. They always do. Mama was close. Close enough to see everything. She was discovering the mysteries of the Rat King's energy. The key to Chernobylite.
I'm sorry, Tarakan. I know how it feels to lose someone you love.
Yes, comrade. We think that this subject could be the key. Patient Zero. Yes. She was pregnant. Only a couple of weeks. Yes, we were surprised too. No, she won't tell us who the father is. Based on the intel that our friends in the KGB provided us with, we've got 2 possible candidates. Unfortunately, one of them is already dead. Absolutely, comrade. We've taken every precaution to make sure that Emilieva and her child are safe and sound. We're very curious too. We could be on the brink of something big here. Yes, I will keep you posted.
Dear God, Tanya? She was with child? Our child? And she was this patient Zero. They were using her for their experiments from the start.
my little bird, my little sweetheart. Soon you will see the blue sky, the meadows. You will hear the sound of the ocean, smell the pine trees, feel the sunlight on your face. You're a very special boy. You have a bright future ahead of you. I want you to go far, far away from here and be happy. Don't be afraid. I will always be close to you. In your heart, in your deepest memories, find me there.
It's time. We have to hurry.
I love you, my sweetheart. Your mommy loves you very, very much. Now go.
Tanya was kept prisoner here. And her child. Did someone take it away from her?
Yes, this is regrettable. My men are looking into it.
Regrettable? It's a fucking disaster. How could you let this happen? If someone finds out...
Mind your tone, comrade. I was fighting in Afghanistan when you were still pissing in your underwear. Now the boy suffered from acute autism. Couldn't even speak. My bet is he's probably lying in a ditch somewhere. However, he couldn't have escaped on his own. Someone helped him.
Are you saying it was an inside job?
It's too soon for definite conclusions, but yes, I would say so.
So, it must be a spy, a CIA asset.
You KG people see spies everywhere. That probably explains why your arrest records are so high. Saddam is on the brink of invading Kuwait. I'm sure the CIA has more pressing problems than your research. No, this is not the CIA. This is someone closer to home. Don't worry. I intend to find out who.
Look, General, I'm sorry I spoke out of turn before. I really do appreciate your work. You are vital to our efforts. The Duga project and our research, it could be bigger than nuclear weapons, bigger than even the space wars. A lot is at stake here, even the future of the motherland. I already spoke with some of the party members, and...
Let me be frank with you, comrade. The Soviet Union is falling apart at the seams, and I don't think anything can prevent that from happening. I'm not a scientist, but I've seen enough to know that this, Chernobylite, on the other hand, could be the key to our future. We all have to do whatever's necessary to prepare for it.
So, Tanya had a boy, and he escaped. Was it mine? God, if it was, I can't. Compose yourself, Igor. Looks like the KGB was trying to expedite the Chernobylite experiments. Maybe they were even hoping that the findings would prolong the life of the Soviet Union. Clearly, they didn't succeed.